Alright, chat, so. Oh, I'm white. It's been a bit, right? It's been a bit. And, well, what else on the channel would I do besides this phone right now? Because I've been procrastinating on it for about like 2 weeks now, and now I'm finally starting to not give a shit. And because I did something retarded for once. Yeah! So let me get into the review on this doohickey right here. And here we go. So here we have the unfortunately plastic back, but we do have something on the back that does matter here. It's part of Pixel's whole thing. So the thing that's cool about Pixel is that they kept the same old sensor from the 5A and put it into the 6A, but they tweaked the software, the 12 megapixel sensor, but still, it's really good for the bang of the buck. And then flipping around to the front, we have an OLED HDR panel, 6.1-inch display. It's amazing. Best bang for your buck. And the fact that this has Google Tensor is really good because you can still get a few more updates in. But AI is great on this phone. Here it is again in the sunlight with OLED being really easy to see out here in the sunlight as you saw there. And one other thing that's kind of sucky about this tensor chip is that the fact with the plastic back, it gets really hot, but if you have a case, you barely even notice. And honestly, it is, again, up to my word, it is the best bang for the buck Pixel phone that you can buy right now off of eBay. Hasn't let me down once. But where Pixel really shines, as I tried to record here, but the sun just sucks, is the camera. My God, if this ever looks amazing. Sure, it's an old sensor, but like, holy shit. Sorry for my language. It is amazing. Never for 120 bucks would I thought I'd get a professional grade camera. Like, it is out of the world. And I mean, this is just a photo from what I just took. Well, what you guys thought I just took. This is the photo right here. Now tell me, it looks like it's already edited, right? Like I don't. It's amazing. Like, I have no words other than to say that it's amazing. It captures details really, really well. Kind of a bit over HDR but I like that. But that's just a personal preference. If you're going off for real world stuff, this looks pretty similar to the eye, but with a twist of, being a little bit too much detail, especially like on the trees to your right. Like, it's kind of iffy, but if you like really dialed in stuff with a little bit of overcapacity, you're gonna love this phone software. Now, one thing I don't know why my editing software decided to downgrade the shit out of this picture, but if you could see through the pixels, that's I didn't mean to make that joke, but um, it's a really decent camera. These are personal shots that I just took, cause I mean I was like, you know what, I'm testing this phone for a while, and might as well use it, you know. So these were my pictures that I personally took, and if you can plug your nose and not smell the pixels, it's actually quite decent ish. Well, you guys can't know it's decent because of CapCut, but one thing that really surprised me here was the night mode. Night mode. Holy shit. It is insanely really fucking good. I don't understand how software can do this without cheating, like what Samsung did with the moon. I mean, what? So, well, with their at Note 20s, I believe, or S20 Ultras of the world. I cannot speak, but look at the amount of detail here. Sure, it's night mode, so it's gonna be blurry. This one did not come in as blurred as the last one did. This is like almost exactly how it looks, but you can see the amount of detail. It was like almost pitch black. There was just a little bit of sunlight, as you can indicate by the yellow lights in the background. But it is insane. God damn, if I don't ever love this camera to death and the software. You have to keep in mind that the software is starting to matter a bit more than the hardware. And that for Google is just a big punch to the gut of Apple, because they can use older parts and make them look like they're in newer flagships. It's amazing. CapCut is starting to get on my nerves with downgrading these pictures, but whatever. Look at the amount of detail on this one. Like you can beside and the rainbow too. I just realized that is golden, but like holy crap! If you can smell through the pixels, you could see the colors are almost better than real life. Like for example, the grass, the corn you can see in the background or what's left of it, and then the grass in front, and then how the concrete is, and the sun and the sky. It's this is almost purely software doing all of this, editing it really quickly, and then saving it as a file. Like, it is outstanding. Like, whenever you look at the phone, it looks kind of similar to this, but after you leave it alone for like 10 seconds, it turns into this. And it's like, holy crap, I don't have to edit that. It's genuinely amazing. And I I'm on Team Pixel. That's like wow. Another good thing about being on Team Pixel too is getting to capture this. We had Northern Lights tonight. This is the aftermath. I am editing and recording this aftermath, specifically this voice over and forward. Look at the amount of detail on this. I got 3 good ones that won't have a downgrade in quality that I purposely took for this purpose. I didn't even know that we were going to have any, but hey, good test, right? So if you can see the amount of reds, kind of bluish, but there's mostly reds right here. And that, like, whenever I looked at the phone screen, I didn't see that a lot. This is the power of software and, well, also camera hardware. I'm surprised how good this turned out. Like, it's not a mirrorless camera, it's not one of the Sonys, it's a phone, but it gets the job done splendidly. And look at this one too. You can see the amount of greens, reds, and purple-ish. Like, it's amazing what this phone can capture for such the price as it is. Like, if you want a beginner camera but don't want to go full DSLR yet, and just want it to slip into your pocket, excuse me, this is the phone to get it. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. Absolutely nothing wrong. Even the battery on this phone is amazing. This is, again, as I've been saying, the best bang for your buck that you can get. And then coming over to this picture, yes, this one was blurry, but you can still see the amount of detail on here, as I've been saying. Now, not everything about this phone is like about the camera. There are other good specs about it that makes it powerful and like worth your time if you're looking for a phone, not just a camera. Like here, I'll show you a few examples here. Well, it's rather like Reed. So we already have the OLED, right? But we forgot to mention how when this was released and what the network technology is and all the specs about it. We get 5G because it's Google Tensor. We get 6 gigs of RAM paired with that. Not the best, but it's decent. Got the camera screen size already. It is 1080 by 2400. It's pretty good. But then we see the Android 12 upgradable to Android 14. That is important for the long-term worth of the phone. Then we got sound. There is no headphone jack on this phone. You have to buy an adapter. And one crappy thing that I don't like about this is that how it has a built-in sound limiter. I have to buy an amp if I want to get good sound. Then for Wi-Fi, we get, Wi-Fi 6E, which isn't the best, but it's good enough. Now, fingerprint scanner, everyone's talked about this. It's not one of the newer Samsung ones. It's the one that uses the light, not the old ultrasonic one. But battery and charging, rather. This is where costs are cut besides the plastic visor and the plastic back and smaller screen and everything else. No wireless charging on this phone. That kind of makes me a little bit mad. But at the same time, it's supposed to be a budget phone. You're not going to get everything that you're going to get on a flagship. They brought some stuff from the flagships down to the budget version, and it is amazing. But there's not really a whole lot left to talk about this phone, so let's wrap it up, shall we? Well, guess there's not really a lot left now. Well, that's the video, I guess. Well, I'm bad at outros. Yes, and overall, for the money, for what I paid, this was $125 off an eBay store. Wireless. I don't know. I think I said that wrong. It sounds like I stuttered, but I swear to God, it's the actual name. I swear to God. So yeah, that's really the review of the phone. It's amazing bang for the buck. Still get like a year of software support. But with this case, or what's supposed to be in it, gets 2 years. So is it worth it to spend $80 more to get 2 years worth of 2 more years worth of phone? You'll find that out here next week. So with that, you guys have a great night, and insert plane crash. You guys have an awesome night. Comment, like, subscribe if you want to. I'm not gonna be like one of those assholes and force you. Bye, guys.